Welcome to What the Fuck's Fairy Tales. I'm the Occult Outsider. Just to give you a little rundown on what this is, we read fairy tales, and as we're reading through, we stop and discuss the fuckery that we come across.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in these older books. Right now we're going to be going through Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, the short story of Eve's Various Children.
Ooh.
We're going to go around right now and introduce everybody.
I'm Jay.
I'm Plague Doctor.
I am Ballistic Mystic.
And, okay, we're going to get started. I will be doing the reading today. When Adam and Eve were driven out of the paradise, they were compelled to build a house for themselves on unfruitful ground and eat their bread in the sweat of their brow. Adam dug up the land and Eve span. Every year she brought a child into the world. But every child were unlike each other.
He eats spam.
Some pretty and some ugly. I think that's kind of messed up.
What?
That some of the
Me
kids are
saying
ugly?
spam?
Well, just that, you're like, yeah, I got my pretty ones and I got my, my not so pretty ones.
Ugly children.
That's kind of
Or
messed
is it
up.
just like,
The
looking
world is full of ugly children, my friends.
I agree.
Ooh.
I agree with Plague Doctor.
Ooh.
The world is
Rough
full
truth.
of ugly children. Remember that.
Yeah, I guess we forgive a lot, don't we?
Somewhere in the world, someone sees you as an ugly piece of crap.
Gross.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Gross.
After a considerable time had gone by, God sent an angel to them to announce that he was coming to inspect their household. Eve, delighted that the Lord should be so gracious. A visit is so gracious. It's like, oh my gosh,
Didn't he, kick you out for eating an apple?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Ooh, this apple, I shall eat it.
You
You're being
gain
kicked out.
consciousness. Get out of here.
You guys do
No
it
one
so
likes
they
you
kicked
here
you
being
out, and
conscious.
decided
I
to
don't
not
like this
help
topic
you.
of consciousness.
Wisdom? Get
This
out
makes
of
me
here.
uncomfortable.
Hey, what's pedophile's fear?
Okay.
Conscious.
Okay. I mean, I imagine that would be fair.
Alright.
A little more darker humor from the Plague Doctor.
Okay, she
Indeed.
She diligently decked it out with flowers and strewn about reeds on the floor. Then she brought in her children, but only the beautiful ones. She
Just
washed.
stuff the ugly ones away. We don't need them.
We're gonna get to
Well, that's,
that.
you got your best chance. You get
Yeah.
your best chance,
Bring
of getting
just the
good
pretty
stuff.
ones.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
because he's gonna be like, ugh.
he's gonna know we're not doing so great.
Like, what
if he
happened
sees
to these
the
other
ugly
ones, man?
babies
Like,
that
you
we're
got
just
these, like,
squirting out.
You got these nice kids that are
Maybe we
like,
should wipe
so
you
ugly.
down.
oh, I'm actually proud of
maybe
these
they're
dudes.
trying to-
Look at this one. This one's already like, flipping a nickel and chewing on a toothpick. Yeah, he's really proud.
Like literally,
He's
just
cool.
like a local, like a
Slappy.
yokel.
Nice and shifty.
This
That's what you named him,
I'm a
really? Holy.
I'm
okay.
a toothpick
well,
baby, and I do toothpicks,
Yeah.
and I'm also yokel.
I like it.
Very
I like
nice.
everything about it.
Okay. All right. So we've already. Well,
Sorry.
maybe she's trying to show off that she's doing really well. Like,
Maybe.
yeah, you kicked me out, but look at all my beautiful babies.
Mhm.
Not an uggo among them.
I got some
You know.
beauty
So
babes.
yeah.
But but
Yeah,
the other ones,
how
then
much
he's like,
fun,
I was right. I knew you'd have
You
ugly
guys have
children.
ugly babies.
I hated you since you were born.
You know you're related.
I don't love you.
You're just like your father.
Just like your
father.
father.
Okay. Okay.
Your father slept with a pig.
All right. She washed them and bathed them, combed their hair, put clean remnant on them, and cautioned them to conduct themselves decorously and modestly in the presence of the Lord. They were to bow down before him, civilly hold out their hands, and answer any questions modestly and sensibly. The ugly children were, however, not to let themselves be seen.
That's right.
Because
That's
gross.
right. Because that's the way it's
Gross.
supposed to be. We are in
You're
olden
too
days.
Wait.
This is Grimm's Brothers fairy tales, so we are in olden days, all right? And, pretty people, you can come out. But the rest of you are gross, all right? We don't need to see that
Why
crap.
do you think there's so many cabins in the woods?
Exactly. Exactly.
You're too ugly for God.
I just, trying to keep my head in the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're too ugly for God.
Much too ugly for God. God would be grossed out.
I think he would curse me at the sight of you.
He
so
would.
that's how much you need to not be here.
He would vomit all over you, and even that vomit
Kill
would be
humanity.
God vomit, so it would still be better looking than you. You're gross.
You're
Back to the
disgusting.
story.
Yes.
One hid
Put a bag
himself
under your head.
beneath the hay, another under the roof, the third, the straw, the fourth, the stove, the
Mhm.
fifth, the cellar, the sixth, under a tub.
Some of you may die, but that is a
Sacrifice
sacrifice
I'm willing to make.
The
Under a
seventh.
tub?
The
What does
seventh.
that mean? Like the rest of them are like
Okay,
jobs.
you know those clawfoot tubs?
Uh-huh.
Get flat, slide under there, little bud.
Oh, that's,
Jesus.
Oh, that's scary.
Okay, the seventh beneath
Sounds
the
kinda
wine
murdery.
casket.
It does.
Another murdery one right there beneath the wine casket.
Well,
yeah.
maybe it's empty wine. You know, it's a
Just
hard life.
You
I
explain
wouldn't
what this
imagine
is,
you'd have a
son.
full
It's just a
casket of
dead
wine.
child.
Now I see what you say. Some of you may die.
That's why there's some ugly ones, Josh.
Oh.
The
Jeez.
8th under an old fur cloak,
Oh.
the 9th and 10th beneath the cloth of which she always made their clothes, the 11th and 12th under the leather of which she cut their shoes. Oh.
So they have to walk under their own feet?
Well, you know, there's one under the floor, so yeah, you're going to stand on one. There's one under the straw. There's straw on the floor, so you're already double stacking the little brats, and you're standing on top of them.
So already.
I think I'd be a little suspicious walking in. You know, the floor goes.
I don't like to get judgy too early on in the story. You know, I like to give everybody like a nice fair
Step on their
say.
stomach.
This is kinda
But,
like taking
this
shit
guy-
into the stick.
This guy is kind of striking me as a bit of a dick. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just
Which
gonna say
one?
it.
Which
I'm
one?
just gonna say it.
Which
This
one?
this dude that's giving out the blessings. I think he's kind of.
Yeah,
God?
that hasn't happened yet.
Oh well, then what the hell was this under the bridge stuff?
God.
Oh okay, my bad.
Himself?
Not bridge. Sorry.
No,
I mean,
God's
like table and
coming to
floor.
visit Eve, but Eve hid away her ugly children and brought out her pretty ones.
My
Yeah,
bad. Oh,
she's-
okay, that's where she was hiding him.
We're
All right, I completely
stashing the
misunderstood that.
uggos and
All right.
only bringing out the pretty babies.
Wow, I totally
Yes.
messed that up.
Pageant
You
babies
just said,
up front.
You hate God.
Well,
runners up
I mean,
in
yeah,
the back.
of course.
All right. She's not bringing out her first string or her second string. Is what I'm saying.
All right, my
Just
bad.
first string babies.
All right, my bad.
And she's hiding these little suckers wherever she can stick them.
Okay,
Pretty much.
that's
It's not.
messed up.
You're hearing. There's not a whole lot of places like you didn't hear any getting under the bed. No, in the stove. You didn't hear any like hiding in the water closet. No, you heard
That's
under the
exponentially
floor.
worse. So like that means that God's like actually not even all that bad. Like she's way worse.
Yeah, Eve's
Yeah.
kind
God's
of
like,
like.
hey, I'm here to give blessings.
Oof, oof.
well,
Wait,
she-
I am now your pope, and
I mean, they
hopefully you
still
don't
kind of
hurt
get
me.
screwed over in everything they do, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Well,
kind of
they're
how
already ugly.
childhood,
and their mom
right?
and dad are related. I mean,
childhood in the medieval
pretty
times,
sure
right,
they
folks?
get tortured at school. All right. Anyway.
Actually, when was this written? I'm saying medieval times. I have no idea.
Like the
Middle
50s.
evil.
We're gonna have to get one of those Joe Rogan
1500s.
things.
Hey,
Like
let's not bring any
60 check
facts
that.
in this. We can't
Check.
fact check.
Check that.
Somebody
I can
say
check
something.
that. I can check that.
All right.
Checkmate.
I'm going to continue to read.
Yes.
There in a row stood the pretty children. They bowed before him, held out their hands, and knelt down. The Lord, however, began to bless them, laid his hands on the first, and said, Thou shalt be a powerful king. And to the second, Thou a prince. To the third, Thou a count. To the fourth, Thou a knight. To the fifth, Thou a nobleman. God, how many kids she have? To the sixth, Thou a burger. But not like a burger, like a beer burger.
Bjerker.
A burger.
With an
It's kind of like with that
To the
European
seventh.
accent.
To the seventh.
1812.
Thou a merchant.
1812 was
To
the year.
the eighth.
1812.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
You're welcome.
Wow, it should be it shouldn't be.
I
as
thought it
bad,
was
but-
much earlier.
Okay, yeah, like this is some pretty.
I mean, Cinderella was
to the
1634.
eighth, thou
Okay.
shalt be a learned man, and bestow upon them all the richest blessings. So if you're pretty, you got it made. Everyone getting the moral of the story?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But,
helped me in life.
Jeez. I wonder. Jeez.
I know
Adam
it's helped you and our
The
you know.
pretty people get to rule because they're pretty.
Oh,
Only the
man.
good-looking ones can rule the
You-
world.
you
That's
guys
true.
gotta
You are
listen
good
to this.
enough.
Like
to be,
I said,
you're good looking enough to be smart.
like I
Adam
said,
and
So,
Eve
nobody
were-
nobody wants to be looking at uggos all day long.
It's
Let me-
true.
Let me tell you
It's
something.
It's
depressing.
just true.
Depressing.
I didn't realize Adam and Eve were really going at it. They just made
Really?
so many children.
Yeah, so
They-
she
We're
had
really
8.
alienating our
So
audience
listen,
right now.
she
yeah,
had-
we are.
She had 8 good-looking ones, and she had 12 uggos.
12 uggos.
So she had 20 kids at this point.
So she was, man, and
Okay,
she was calling other people ugly. I mean, she had to have been
There's no one else around.
destroyed. Like,
I mean,
she had to have been destroyed,
They're
absolutely.
just walking
So-
out at this point.
Exactly. Well, not
She'd
just
cough
that.
and there's, oh, she had a baby. Can you pick that up?
Yeah, like, oh, man.
Sleep of wizard hanging
Sleep-
down.
Sleep of wit. Yeah, terrible.
We cannot let the children see the others.
Okay.
Kill.
When Eve saw that the Lord was so mild and gracious, she thought, Well, I'll bring hither my ill-favored children also. It will be that he will bestow blessings on them likewise.
God's like,
Oh.
wait, what other kids? Wait,
He's
what?
like, hey, so you're gonna be nice to my pretty ones. Like, if I run out their ugly brothers and sisters, you'll be nice to them too, right?
And he's like, well, let's see.
Well, let's see. Wow. Wow.
You know.
Wow.
What are we dealing with?
Yeah.
What kind of monsters you hiding?
Why'd you hide him?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Oh my
God,
god.
Now I
definitely
feel
say that.
I feel a little trapped. I feel a little trapped. Can I have a glass of water?
And they start crawling out everywhere.
Oh my god.
Jeez! Did you fit underneath a bathtub?
Yes, my lord.
What are you? What's holding you together?
Gracious, my lord.
I love you, Granddaddy.
Okay. So she ran and brought them out of the hay, the straw, the stove, and wherever else she'd concealed them.
Very nice.
She was stuffing in a kid, an uggo, in every nook and cranny she could find.
These are some ugly kids. I mean, to her, to her credit or her defense, all right? I mean, I know she seems like the monster. And
She's
she
saving
is.
people.
And she is. But everyone is a monster for a reason, folks.
Mhm.
Everyone's a monster for a reason. And the reason might be that they could have been eldritch horrors. Her father is a god.
Oh.
What?
Didn't
What?
even consider.
They could have gills, all right? They could have tentacles and stuff for all you
Beaks.
hentai fans.
Like 8
What?
goat heads.
What?
8 goat heads writhing in
Sorry.
agony.
Kill me, please.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, my
Alright.
jeez.
Then came the whole coarsely, dirty, shabby,
Dirty.
sooty band. Like, you ain't even getting a wipe down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah, whew.
daughter of a god.
The
Eldritch
Lord
horrors.
smiled, looked at all of them, and said, I will bless these also. Oh, good guy, God. He's like, you saw what I did with the other ones, huh? I can't.
Except
just
what you
tell
didn't
you, I
know
hit the bricks.
was God had his fingers crossed
Oh!
behind his back
Dun dun dun.
as we move to the next part of the story.
And they
You mean-
killed
You
everyone.
mean he's
And
a
they
dick?
killed everyone.
We're about to soon find out. He was angry.
He sets
Like
the
I said,
world
man,
on
we'll
fire.
see. We'll see.
He laid his hands on the 1st
Mhm.
and said to him,
God damn, you're ugly.
Yes.
Stop it. Stab it.
You're hideous.
Okay,
Oh.
alright.
Okay,
Yeah, this gets fucked up. This gets fucked up pretty fast.
here we go.
Thou shalt be a peasant.
Ooh.
To the 2nd, thou shalt be a fisherman. To the 3rd, thou shalt be a smith. To the 4th, thou a tanner. Now, a tanner is someone that has to deal with the hides and the skins of the animals to make the leather.
Alright.
It's very nasty.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
The 5th, thou
nice.
shalt be a weaver. The 6th, a shoemaker. The 7th, a tailor. The 8th, a potter. The 9th, a wagoner. The 10th, a sailor. The 11th, an errand boy. Aw, I hate being an errand boy.
Hey,
Well, that's because
To
you're a
the
girl.
12th.
when
You're
were
just
about
a
to
girl.
say
Oh my gosh.
a Potter,
To the
I was
12.
about to say
Listen
Harry
to this.
Potter.
To the 12th, thou shalt be a scullin all the days of thy life. You're gonna be a bum, Rocky.
Man,
Right?
you really are a bum, Rocky.
Hey, all the uggos. You get the shit jobs.
Ouch.
Good job.
I mean, some of them, I don't know. Some of them aren't so bad. Like the sailor. Seems like a lot of people have gotten a lot of enjoyment out of
Have
being
you
a
ever
sailor.
heard the term galer?
Yeah, but then
Galer sailor?
I thought you said, oh, Gaylor said what? So
it's not a
because
great life.
it is if he's gay. If he's like super
So
gay,
what if he's a guy
and
who
loves
likes
dudes.
things up his ass?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like just farting
Then
on
it's his
fire.
heaven. Then he's like, hooray, sailor! He's like the happiest. He's the happiest guy.
Bravest pioneer.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That's kind of fucked up.
I know.
It's like you're pretty, you get to be a princess, and you're there, you get to be the maid.
Or maybe it's like we were talking about earlier, like a law of compensation thing. Like God is actually allowing these children to feel and experience things to their very height. As far as experience is concerned. you know, versus, you know, like it says in the Kabbalion, you know, he just did a thing on that,
Yeah.
right? Where it says that
You have to have equals.
a rich man,
Yeah.
essentially, you know, you can have the finest wines and foods and everything else, but you're not going to be able to enjoy it nearly as much as the laborer is his meal.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just you don't have the appetite. You know, you don't have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy how that works. But maybe
Oh,
maybe
man.
This
maybe
is
God's
seems
just
a
super
little
deep.
bit-
You know, or he's a douche.
This
I would
actually seems
say
prevalent.
a little bit of
This seems
both.
prevalent today. You don't see a bunch of super uggo movie actors and a bunch
Mhm.
of beautiful laborers.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't.
Well, that is true. But you know what? They always sing better.
It's true.
You know,
The
like we
Uggos
got a
have
lot
some
better
soul.
music. We did. We got a lot. Maybe that's what he should have made them was the singers, and then we would have got like another seal. You know,
Was
another
there
Louis
no
Armstrong.
minstrel? Was there no minstrel?
Keep going,
amongst
singer.
the bunch?
People confuse me with
When
Bill
Eve heard all
Cosby.
this shit.
Bam! Right there. I love it.
All
That
right.
was good.
I got a frog on my throat.
I'm so fucking ugly.
Okay. When Eve heard all this, she said, "Lord,
I love
Lord."
Or being in a family.
We're being
This is us being a family,
Hooray.
everyone.
Hooray.
All right. Lord, how unequally thou hast divvied thy gifts. She said that, divids and gifts.
Divius like
It's
gifts.
like, hey, kind of unfair. Kind of unfair to hide the uggos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
After all, they are all my
You
children,
jerk.
whom I have brought into this world. Thy favor should have all be given to thy like. But God answered, Eve, thou dost not understand. It is thy
He's like,
right.
but
and
that one has
necessary."
hooves for hands.
That one
That-
doesn't.
Did you?
That one.
You
Damn.
look, this one has a beak. Did you fuck a
Like, don't-
chicken?
Like, don't tell me you can't stand around little Michael without vomiting every once in a while when you smell him. Don't tell me that you can't do that because, you know.
Number 8
Smells
is
like
on a
poop.
cart.
Could
he
you
scoots
please-
around on a
There's
cart.
shit
Number 8.
everywhere
he,
he
name.
goes.
I mean, I'll give you whatever the hell you want, but would you please put him underneath the bathtub at least for as long as I'm here? I mean, that is some bad.
That's probably why you
Who
kept
pooped
him there. That was a good idea.
I think
Good
one of
idea.
them pooped themselves.
Probably.
Good idea, Eve. Good idea, Eve.
That's the
No,
10,
that's
right?
just. Well, he's 90% poop.
Oh. He was hiding in the piss pot, my
Yeah.
lord.
Like I thought I was
They
pregnant
got
with
the
twins.
other
It
one.
turns out I had a fecal impaction that was alive.
Oh, God.
I love Donna.
His name is Brown Sif.
Kill me.
We love him.
And he later became Bono.
His teeth are corn.
He's the
Clever.
cool guy from
Clever.
Conker's
It's like-
Bad Fur Day.
Frosty the big brown poo man.
Ew.
No,
He's
You don't wanna be
disgusting
around
and
when he gets warm
barfing poo.
outside.
He's the giant poo mountain from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'm the mighty poo.
Yeah, musical poo.
Gross.
Throw toilet paper at him.
Eve, thou dost not understand. It is right and necessary that the entire world should be supplied from thy children. If they were all princes and lord, who would grow corn, thresh it, grind it, and bake it? Who would be the blacksmiths, weavers, carpenters, masons, laborers, tailors, and seamstresses? Each shall have his own place, so that one shall support another. Doesn't sound like the kings and princesses are really supporting anybody. What are they doing?
Why do they get to it?
Super
Rich,
busy
rich,
with, like-
rich,
Pretty.
money, money.
like Game of Thrones stuff.
No,
You
that's
know,
not fair.
like-
It says one
Family
should support
orgy
another.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean,
what
it's
happens.
true.
Someone's gotta be the
It's true.
incestuous
I
nasty,
did say Game of Thrones, so that is my fault.
Okay.
For the watch.
Each
Just
shall
ask the
have
person
his own-
repeatedly. For the watch.
Each shall have his own place.
Hi,
and-
man.
No.
I'm the boring fat man that's watching that girl.
I don't want to be on this kind of watch.
Stabbing him, it's just a dead
I thought this was something else.
I think I'm gonna go be a hermit. Has anyone started that yet?
I want to leave.
Oh my
I
god.
think I'm just gonna go live off the land.
Oh, there
Bye.
you go.
Bye.
Okay.
I'll never come back and you see me
All right,
again.
Who would do all the bloody
What are you doing?
work? Let's see. And who
Digress,
shall be fed by the limbs and Each shall have his own place and shall support each other and should be fed by the limbs of the body.
Sounds like slavery with extra steps.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it
I
is.
don't really,
Yeah, with ugly
just
people.
Go for the
Did you hear
crown.
the explanation? It's exactly that. They'll all work for each other. They'll all support each other.
Yeah.
And it's
They'll
like
give
they'll
each
just,
other money.
but they'll just give us stuff
Then
because.
Eve answered, "O Lord, forgive me. I was too quick to speak
Peasants.
to thee.
Wonderful.
Have thy divine will with my children." So she gives up her kids. She's like, "Yeah, actually, I don't really give a fuck. So do whatever you want."
Yeah.
Okay.
Eldritch horrors.
She
Take them,
is-
smite them. I don't
I mean,
care.
would you
Just
want
take them
something
away.
with like tentacles, like sliming all down your halls all day long?
Snail
Yeah.
kids.
Like this nasty.
Get
but
down in
I
the
don't
basement.
I don't think you should peg it as a janitor because it's an abomination.
I
It'll
didn't
do
say.
great
Well,
on
okay.
phone
That's
calls.
what these
Yeah, I know.
said.
You're right.
You'll make a
You're right.
great
It did
phone
say that.
star.
It
and
did
I
say
think
that.
that's fucked up because there's some hotties with naughty bodies that are doing
Mm-hmm.
the hard grunt work too.
Well,
I think they're being overlooked.
theoretically,
But
yes.
they didn't start out that way.
Okay.
Only the uggos. Uggos had to work. Pretty babes just gotta sit around being pretty. That's so fucked up.
Well, but then you have those people developing other things, other part of their consciousness instead of just their looks. You know what I mean?
Character.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you say
character's
to
pretty
ugly
great.
people, huh?
Character's pretty
You
great.
got a great
Like some of the
personality.
biggest characters I've ever met were some of the, I would say, smallest people physically that I've ever met, but you'd never notice it. You'd never notice it around them.
Short and ugly aren't the same thing.
Well, they're
At
kind
all.
of the same
No,
thing.
no,
Short
oh
people
my
are
Yes,
God,
they're called
no.
midgets.
Short people are very ugly.
Oh.
No, easy now.
Yeah, they're called.
No. That's terrible.
I'm sorry.
I'm not talking about
Vertically
that.
challenged, Orion.
Yeah,
That's what they appreciate. Do it all.
I'm so sorry. For any of you people out there, I'm very sorry.
So, vertically challenged.
They probably
Peoples.
laughed at it.
But no, I didn't mean it that way. I mean just in that capacity.
You're like, I've
to
seen some
measure
short
something-
people that were complete shit. It's like,
because
dude.
I measure, I suppose because I naturally measure character as beauty. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's, small versus something that's large, almost like an aura, something that's very small and wavy versus something that's very big and bright, and you can see those people, those personalities and those characters and how they do command the attention of a room. And their physicality means literally nothing in the spectrum of what they truly are. I love meeting those people. That was my only point. Those such people in my mind are incapable of being ugly, no matter if that physical frame is considered so by society or not.
Agreed.
Yay.
Yes,
Nice.
indeed.
Right.
Okay, so
It
that
most
was
certainly.
What the Fuck
right,
Fairy
right.
Tales, episode 2. I saw that we were up to 3 likes, but we dropped back down to 2, so I guess we're back by unpopular demand. If you have any questions or you'd like to hear a fairy tale in the future, or you just want to, talk in the comments and have a conversation, that would be great too.
Yeah, creating
Please
a comment.
check out the Ballistic Mystic. He also has a channel that talks a lot about spiritual mysticism, Kabbalion, things like that. It's really, really enlightening. I encourage you to go take a look. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
And,
very
Beautiful
much.
host.
and have
Yes,
a...
hostess. Excuse me. I'm getting used to the terminology. Yeah.
I'm trying to sound more fancy
You guys
than
are
usual.
married.
I already
I'm
am
trying
quite-
to sound more fit in with the
You're married.
fancy people with voices. Yes,
That's a good one.
yes, indeed, mate, indeed.
Indeed.
All right,
Yes.
so we'll make more. Bye.